Allegations of excessive force against members of the San Diego County Sheriff's Department. This shocking cell phone video shows the end of the encounter with a man in the North County.
And Adam Rakusin is joining us because he has discovered one of the deputies involved was found deceptive on a polygraph when asked if he had ever been associated with a white supremacist organization.
Yeah, and what we've discovered has some questioning whether one of those deputies should have even been hired with the San Diego County Sheriff's Department. According to this document, while the county hired him, another didn't because of his background.
Resisting right now?
This cell phone video only lasts about a minute. But what it captures is the moment life changed for everyone involved.
That's a little excessive.
The guy face down on the ground is Tomas De Leon.
They're holding his head down on the ground, kicking him, kneeing him, hitting him over and over again. And my brother's just laying there not doing anything.
Yeah, he's not resisting.
This is Tomas's sister, Marlene.
It looked like he got beat up. Like a whole bunch of guys punched him in the face.
Marlene says physical injuries aside, Tomas is suffering emotionally. Since his encounter with deputies outside of this North County Wendy's in 2016, Tomas has become isolated, rarely leaving the house. Marlene wanted to share his story, hoping to get answers to these questions.
What did he do to deserve that? Why did he get beat up? I wanted to know what happened.
According to court documents, Tomas was on his bike when deputies stopped him. The video doesn't show what happened before. It starts with him on the ground.
He produced his identification. A brief conversation took place, and then the next thing was he was thrown to the ground.
Brian Klein is the De Leon family's attorney. He says deputies claim at some point Tomas De Leon resisted arrest. De Leon is suing the county, sheriff, and arresting deputies, alleging excessive force. In the lawsuit, it says once on the ground, Tomas was handcuffed, offered no resistance, and then violently beaten.
Yeah, he's not resisting.
If you've ever seen a professional fight, at the point where they stop the fight because it's gotten too violent, this is where it started, and then they continued.
The Sheriff's Department wouldn't talk to us about this case or the deputies involved. They declined our interview request. They did, however, file this court document asking the case be dismissed. It alleges De Leon didn't comply with the state's rules and file a claim with the county, among other things. It's important to know court records show a person by the name of Tomas De Leon has had several run-ins with law enforcement. But he's not the only one who's been investigated.
Deputies have personnel files. They're files that you and I would never get to see. But if it gets brought up during a court hearing, it can become part of the public record. That's what this is. It's a transcript from a court hearing on a different case, where Deputy Kyle Klein had to testify about whether he conducted an illegal search and seizure.
According to the transcript, Klein's had run-ins with Internal Affairs for inaccurate report writing and excessive force. But according to the transcript, Klein had issues with being truthful before he even joined the department. According to what's documented in the court transcript, Klein applied to the Riverside County Sheriff's Department before San Diego County, but Riverside passed on him. In the transcript, it summarizes how he flunked a polygraph when he applied to Riverside County at least a decade ago. The transcript says during a polygraph exam, Klein was asked, "Are you now or have you ever been associated with a white supremacist organization?" Klein answered no. He was then asked if that's one of the questions to which deception was indicated. He answered, "Yeah, that's what it says, yes."
That is an instant red flag, and that is, in my opinion, sometimes even an instant disqualifier.
Dave Myers is a former commander with the San Diego County Sheriff's Department. We asked him to read through the transcript. He says if other departments pass on candidates in a pre-hire background investigation, it's another red flag to look into why.
And if the department really, really wanted to hire this person because they were such a spectacular hire, I mean, that would have had to been, should have been extremely vetted, because that's, in my experience, is not the type of candidate we would want in law enforcement.
You know, when I talk about it, it brings up a lot of bad feelings.
Marlene says the incident has been hard on their family. She says she just wants to see her brother happy, something he struggled with.
You mentioned justice. Do you think you'll get justice? Do you hope?
I hope. I hope.
And the Sheriff's Department called me this afternoon, and at 3 p.m. they gave us a statement with permission from Deputy Klein to release information from his file. They confirm when Klein applied for a job with another agency, deception was indicated on the polygraph when asked about association with a white supremacy organization, but say they conducted their own in-depth investigation but found nothing to indicate he ever held any allegiance to such an organization. The department tells me Deputy Klein is currently assigned to the traffic division at the Vista Patrol Station. As for the other 2 deputies in the video you saw, one of those deputies is no longer with the department. Another is a deputy sheriff and assigned to the Valley Center substation. Adam Rakusin, Team 10.